what's going on YouTube? Today I'm doing this YouTube video a lot different. Essentially what I have is I got a script here that I'm following, as you can see. What happened is in the month of June, I know we're in July right now, but in the month of June 2026 I had a packed out month. Essentially everything was just so packed that I didn't have any time to do any kind of YouTube videos in the month of June. So July, I decided to go ahead and do like a compilation of all the work that I did in one YouTube video. So what I'm gonna do is kind of run through this script here and kind of break everything down. All right, so we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna bring up my calendar. And as you can see on this calendar, you'll see that there's some animations on there kind of showing you how busy I was this month. Everywhere that there was a logo or something, that's essentially where I had a gig and what was, and we're going to kind of go through this whole month. Okay, so June 5th. So this was an event. This was in Bristol. And essentially what it was a pre-wedding event. So the wedding was the next day, but this couple decided they didn't want to have a wedding, or they didn't have a wedding reception because the venue didn't do a wedding reception. They just had a ceremony. So essentially what we did is we just had a wedding pre-reception. So it was kind of like all the things you would do in a wedding reception just the day before the wedding. So that was June 5th. It was a simple, straightforward setup. Didn't really have to do a lot outside of just kind of bringing in the sound equipment and then just DJing some highlights from there. I will say that this is one thing I wasn't prepared for, is essentially when I got to the venue, because it was at a state park place, when I got there I had to pay an entry fee. It was just $2, but the $2 was something that I should have probably known beforehand. Luckily I always keep a little bit of cash on me, paid the $2, got in, and it was fine. The next event we had was on June 6th. This was a reception only, a wedding reception only. The main focus of this one was just the reception. They got married at a church, came in, and I just jumped in on the reception. I didn't have to create audio for the ceremony. That was basically the main goal. Everything was like first dances, entrances, stuff like that. So I had a timeline that they gave me, or that I actually had drafted, and we did it together, and we collaborated on it and made everything kind of work with that timeline. The next one that we had for that month was June 7th. So this one was a little bit different because when I had booked this one, essentially I thought, okay, let's just, the person who booked it, I had done a party for them before, and they said, oh, it's just going to be a party just like you did before, and it was a graduation party last time. So I was thinking, okay, well, this party's going to be for some children, teenagers basically, so I know kind of what to play. When I got there, I seen a banner and I said, oh, it's I think it was a 50th birthday party. You'll see it in the video, but it was a 50th birthday party, so I had to kind of change everything around and go into that video, or go into that gig, and essentially kind of like re-gear what I was going to do. Wasn't a big deal. Setup was pretty similar. This one was a lighter weight setup, so I actually used an EV30M instead of using my traditional two column setup. But it was a good event, and then everything went well with it. It wasn't really a heavy party because it was an older birthday party, but it was just dinner, music, and good times for them, and exchanging of gifts. Then the next event I had, so my team, me and a few other people that we work with, which I primarily do the majority of the work, but this one was a photography event. So essentially all I had to do for this event was do photography, because as you may or may not know, I do DJ, lighting, photography, event coordination, and videography. So with that being said, this was just a photography event. So the video content that's basically from this was just kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but it was pretty easy. It was a little bit of a change of pace from doing DJ work, but the couple was fun. It was a military style wedding, so they had like the uniforms and things like that. So very straightforward, just photography for the whole course of the event, and we'll show some highlights from that. Then we had June 15th. So this was a college prep program. Essentially, these are kind of like high school students, essentially, that are going to college, or they're high school seniors that are already started their college. And essentially, this group has like a dance every year that we do. The venue was a little different than we did because they have the same venue, but it was in a different building. So I had to kind of adapt the sound a little bit and the lighting setup compared to the years past. And everything for this event was based on New York, because they were traveling to New York later in the summer. So we had different songs, kind of just a party dance, but I made sure I threw in some New York themed songs, such as Bad Bunny's Nueva York, Empire State of Mind, and some Madonna track I know that I had that was kind of like New York, really heavy party vibes, and it was a really high energy group. And that group is always kind of fun to do parties for, essentially. So then had a little bit of a break. Then we moved to June 20th, and this was a videography job. So this was similar to the photography job, but it was just video work this time. So I've been to this venue multiple times before, and I mostly do DJ work at this venue. But this was a venue, this client actually just hired me to do the video work. One thing that was really troublesome with this venue was the place that they had the ceremony was very echoey. Now, this venue has an outdoor area and an indoor area, and essentially, depending on where you're at, kind of depends on what kind of audio you're running into. But the place that they decided to have the ceremony at was very echoey. So what I did is I ended up having to do, I ended up doing 1, 2, 3, I think I did 5 layers of audio, which means I had audio recording in 5 different points from different cameras, different recorders. I had a digital recorder that basically took all the music and the audio from the DJ that was DJing that event, transferred it into a digital recorder, and then I edited it in post. Then I also had a recorder that was like hid near where they were doing the ceremony, so I could have some natural audio as well. So when I mixed it and like mastered all that audio back together, I was able to get a very natural sound without it being too over digitized. So that was the biggest caveat of that video job. And then I got to shout out DJ Dan. I think he serves like maybe the Pigeon Forge, Jefferson City area in Tennessee. Real good guy. He was able to help out because he had the sound system. I thought we were running XLR straight into the mixer. He had a sound system that used like a triple ring sleeve, which if you guys don't know what it's like, a 1/4-inch cable. Essentially, you had to plug it in, move it to the digital mixer. He had a bag full of cables, just hooked me up with the cables so I didn't have to go out to the car, look for new cables, and got me set up and just let me just say, hey, you got that cable? I got plenty of them. Take an extra one with you. So shout out to DJ Dan. But I had the stuff to do it, but he just kind of helped out with the whole not having to go look for more stuff. And then you know, and this one, the biggest thing that you have to do when you're doing videography and you're not working on a videography photography team is I had to talk to the photographer. I had to touch base with her, make sure we kind of not crossing each other's shots and stuff. And that was pretty simple. The photographer, which I don't have her name in my notes here, but she was a great photographer. She knew what she was doing, didn't get in any shots. Even in post, when I try to edit stuff, I seen her maybe in one shot, which is normal, and real easy, and she knew what she was doing, so that helps out a lot. Then we moved to June 27th.
Amen.
Which was later in the week. This was just the standard wedding that I was DJing. Essentially, the only caveat for this wedding was that it rained like it was a storm, monsoon come through. And we had to delay the wedding a couple times. But after the rain passed, everything kind of just went as normal, went pretty easy. And then that's pretty much it. That was the month of June in a nutshell. One thing also that I did that you can't really see is I worked in studio software, and I did a handful of mixes for 4th of July shows, right? So that's something that more experienced DJs or even sound engineers can do sometimes, is make mixes. And basically a company who has a show or some kind of production that they plan on making will come to me and say, hey, we need music mixed. And I ended up producing 3 mixes for one group for 3 different events that they covered. So it was one 14-minute mix, a 23-minute mix, and a 28-minute mix. And that was all for like the month of July, like 4th of July events. So that worked out really good. Working all that music into a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, helped, just make a little extra money on the side that I was able to do at home. Overall, the month of June 2026 was just jam-packed. And I know, like, the people who watch my YouTube videos on normal, basis, or even go in there to look for information, can kind of see content. They're probably wondering, you know, why hadn't I uploaded anything? But that was the main reason why. It was just so jam-packed that I decided to do an overview video. And then also, I'm even using some new equipment right now for shooting this video. I'm using some new microphones that are clipped on to my shirt, a new camera that I picked up and used at a pawn shop just to kind of test out some new content, and it's supposed to be a pretty decent camera. If I start working it into my main workflow, you may be seeing more content from that camera. But anyway, with the month of June being jam-packed, if you guys are looking for a DJ, a photographer, a videographer, or anybody who need help with digital media, streaming, live services, my company, I'm your guy for that. And I serve the East Tennessee and surrounding areas, all different states in the surrounding areas, which can include Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia. I'll do certain parts of Alabama depending on how far the travel is, Kentucky, and pretty much anywhere, as long as we just kind of work out a price and stuff once you reach out to me. But yeah, if you're looking for those services, just reach out to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully after this month we'll be able to go back to like regular scheduled content as events come in and I produce those contents. So hope you enjoyed.